All right, so let's create our last configuration file for our PyTest API framework. Let's leave this at the root and let's call it environment.json. Just keep it simple and easy. We can import these and mess with it and whatnot. And this is where maybe some of the stuff can get customizable. So in this case, I'm planning on having, for this demo application, I'm going to have two environments. I'm going to have a test environment and I'm going to have a production environment. So in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an env property. I'll just set the default to test for now. And in my application, I'm going to have an authorization token, which is pretty standard, I would say, in a lot of these APIs, and I would say most APIs, at least that I've seen, having an authorization token. So in this case, sometimes some companies, some applications, they'll use like a user login, or they have some other setup in their company, like with IDs and secrets and all that stuff. So in my case, for this application, I'm going to call it client ID, but this could also just be username or password for authorization token. We'll go ahead and set that to nothing for now, since I don't have anything yet. Client secret, or you could think of this as password for your authorization token. We're gonna need a URL. You could break this down into smaller pieces. So let's say, like, for example, you have you're using this framework with multiple different applications that are stored in Git. They probably are gonna have all different URLs to some extent. So you could break this down to be like, you could have like your it could be like app, so the name of the app, the domain of the URL, and all that stuff. You can break this down as much as you want, but in my case, I'm only using one app for this example. I'm just going to have a URL parameter here. So let's continue on here. I actually think that might be all that we need. I wonder, we could add, for a pipeline, maybe we could do this. So we could add like a custom report name field here. And so what I'm thinking with this, we may remove this later, I'm not sure yet. So the way that we're going to be generating our report names is basically using a timestamp, the easiest way to do it with the environment that you ran it on. But maybe like in a pipeline, you don't want that timestamp and you want like an actual name for the application. I don't know, this is optional. You could probably completely skip this if you want. But I believe this is all we are going to need. These four are all we're going to need for this file. So this is a pretty quick setup. So in our next video, we're going to be looking at the pytest conftest.py file, which we'll go in depth more about. But we'll really start getting into the meat and I guess the excitement of the automation platform. And yeah, we'll go from there. But that should cover it for this one.